The author James Lee Burke said, "The allure of Montana is like a commitment to a narcotic. You can never use it up or get enough of it. Its wilderness areas probably resemble the earth on the first day of creation." I'm lucky to visit Montana quite often, and it seems like I always leave thinking that this is what the West is supposed to look like.
That's a heavy buck. I just matched him.
My name's Ben, and I'm on a quest to find a shed in every state in the U.S. I don't even know if this is possible, and I'm risking everything to try to get it done. Come along with me as we travel the country in search of shed antlers. On the road again, headed up to Montana. This is going to be a little bit different trip. I have a few things to do in this state that are not related to shed hunting, but by Thursday we'll be shed hunting. Today is Monday. Tomorrow I'm picking up a pretty dang cool upgrade for the Tundra that I'm excited to show you guys, one that I've been stoked on for a long time. Wednesday I'm doing a podcast with the Meat Eater crew, and then Thursday I'm going to meet up with my buddies from Onyx for a shed hunt in Montana. It's going to be a pretty rad week. I want to give a big thanks and a big shout to Onyx for sponsoring this video. They're a great mapping service. You guys go check them out. Their app will make your life easier. All right. So I've been working on a deal for a long time with a company called Go Fast Campers. Ever since I saw their camper, I've wanted one for years. And luckily enough, they were kind enough to sponsor the United Sheds of America tour. So we're going to pick one up. Like a glove.
The first things first, all of these doors obviously open, and they're all lockable, so you have your keys with you. To pop open the camper, the best thing to do is always pop open this panel first, and then your tailgate. So then once you do that, then you close this down, pop up, just two latches. So you pull the spring pin here, pull this out, the spring pin here, pull this out, and then just a super pop. There you go. And that one there.
Sweet.
Basically, you'll get an order every day. It'll come out on, you'll see these tablets on top of the machines, and it auto-generates a list. So what'll happen is you'll get 10 campers set up for the day. The first guy in the morning comes in, he pulls it up on a list, and it already organizes all the extrusion and bill it in the most organized way possible for them to cut it as raw material, take it to the machines, and have all 10 to 12 units done within the day.
And that's the tent latch right on the side.
Yeah,
right?
that's one of the corner profiles that we run.
That's crazy. And it's cut out of a solid block of aluminum.
Solid block aluminum. So every part has its quirks. We try to standardize all machines to be the same, but these two are drastically newer than those two. Yeah. So these two actually run probing. So any parts that may give us any kind of problems, we just put them on these machines, and the probe goes through and double checks every part before it even comes out.
A huge thanks to everybody at GFC for showing me around the manufacturing facility there and getting me set up with my new camper. I can't wait to put some nights in this thing. I know it's going to change the way that I hunt and find sheds. If you guys are interested in checking out GFC, there will be a link to them in the description of this video. They make truck shells, rooftop tents, and a lot of other really cool stuff, so go check them out. Alright guys, so been a minute since I updated you, but I just finished doing the Meat Eater podcast. It was really cool. We did 2 episodes, a regular episode and then a trivia episode, a lot of fun. And as soon as we got done, I was talking to Steve, and he said that he had a shed spot he wanted to send me into. So we went out and looked at it, and he just took off, but I'm gonna go hike this little shed spot. He says there's a decent shot of finding a whitetail antler right here. So we'll go try it. Looks like a pretty cool little area that he's figured out here. We'll keep it a little under wraps. Cool experience doing the Meat Eater podcast. Huge shout out to those guys, and thank you for having me on. That episode will drop probably about a week after when this video goes live. So
here's what I ended up finding. That spot had already been hiked a little bit, so I headed out to meet up with Dylan to look for some elk sheds.
all right, folks, made her. Look at that. Beautiful, huh? Come on. Hard to see it probably. Can't see it at all, but got the truck pulled down here on a nice little piece of public land, and I'm gonna camp here and wait for Dylan to be here tomorrow. So good morning, guys. Made it out here to where we're gonna start hiking today. Dylan from Onyx is gonna be meeting me here in maybe an hour or so. So in the meantime, there's a little chunk of public here. I'm gonna go speed run and see if I can't pick something up before he gets here. They had a bit of a hang up this morning, so I've never hiked country like this before. It's very open, grassy country with a lot of like sparse kind of pines. So, I mean, very mellow hiking. I like that. I'm not really even gonna take a pack, which by the way, I forgot my actual shed pack on this trip, so that's awesome. So even if I do get into the elk antlers today, I'm gonna be hauling them with some black electrical tape. But slept in the GFC last night, first night, inaugural night, and it was awesome. Very, very comfortable. I love that you can get the windows vented and get a good breeze through there. And in the middle of the night, I actually woke up and shut them down because I was cold. So it's a sweet little setup and good for sleeping. I'm gonna get my binos on and get rolling. Folks, I think we got Montana. Coming down off of these little pine ridges and tucked in this little teeny grass draw. Been hiking for a minute, not too long. Saw one boot track up top, but not a ton of people signed. Oh yeah, that's a shed. Dang, it's actually a way bigger antler than I thought it was. Just way old. All right, look at that base. That's actually a freaking tank of a base. Big, heavy bull, just nothing left of him. But what that means is we got Montana 100%. So always a relief to get it checked off quick and early. Big old base on that thing. That means that there's probably some more around, and from the quality of that antler, that's exciting because, I mean, who knows what he would have had on his top end, and he's got a lot of mass, big mass on that front, just barely chewed off, but 300+ inch bull for sure. I mean, if I was guessing, but freaking sweet to be on the board. Now the pressure's off, and we got like a day and a half to just pick elk sheds. All right, picked this one up about 20 minutes ago. Came down off the other side of the same ridge. Little brown deer shed there. Deer and elk both. Ooh, it's giant. That's so cute. Petite, nice little buck. Baby 4-point. Been out here on the ground for a long time, starting to fade up pretty good on one side, even though it's sitting here in the shade. But that's 2. I'm gonna go meet up with Dylan. He should be at the meeting spot by now or close. So we'll go see what he's doing. But circling back to the truck, and another little deer horn right there. Not bad. Pretty solid little hike for a chunk of public. Hard whitey, last year's 3-point. We're rolling. Cruising down the road, and Dylan's saying how sometimes the elk like to hang out in this little bottom right off the side of the road on this piece. And I look down there and there's a brown elk shed tines down. Let's go grab it.
I can't figure out which way it's laying, but it could be really big.
Long third for how small of a bull it is, but broken sword. Dang. Freaking nice, man. Sweet. Take a knee out of respect always.
You're good.
There we go. Road browns. Busted that sword off, but kind of like the bull we saw at the cabin where they have that really long kind of turned in beam on them.
Yep.
But I'll take a road brown any day. That's actually my first brown elk shed of the year this year. Spent so much time looking for whitetail horns that I've been neglecting my responsibilities on the brown elk sheds. So freaking sweet. Now we're gonna go drive up, go hike and find some more. Well, we popped out on this glassing point and Dylan was glassing through the old vortex here. And he's like, this has to be a horn. And it 100% is, and it looks nice. I'll show you guys how easy it is to check this out on the all-in.
Horn, but I found where two bulls were fighting, and it was the 5th.
Well, I just glassed one over across the way on the same, it's a little bit up from the one Dylan glass, but I'll show you guys right here on the old all-in. Laying right there. Little windy. Keep glassing, then we'll go gather some up. It looks like it looks pretty.
I'm just glad I found one.
Yeah.
Looks pretty brown.
Yeah, nice color to it, and amazing how much the roll of that hill hit it. Like it looks like it's sitting in the wide open.
Yep. I mean, all you could see was probably the top half of there.
That's a pretty brown, man.
Sweet.
Great looking horn. Chunky too. Look at the mass. It's so compact.
That's the shortest beam 6-point I might have ever seen in my life.
It's a good looking antler, man.
That's sweet.
Yeah. Color's good. It's like a baby giant.
It's gotta be a giant. Maybe I'll find that one in the next year.
Yeah, like you see, if you see that thing like from far away, you'd be like, that's like a 340 side. That's a sweet shed. Axe ring on there. Oh yeah, dude, like a 4-pounder. Crazy.
Opposite side.
Yeah, that's probably. Damn, that's pretty heavy. So here's the pipe. Yeah. I guess that is the densest. It's got to be him, huh?
It's the same color, but
Let's look at the burrs. Way different. I don't know.
sweet.
I think it's a different bull. It's hard to tell, but same side.
Oh, well, it's not the same bull then, is
I
it?
don't think it's the same bull. Unless you grew 2 legs.
We should have contemplated that for a few more minutes.
Really should have looked at it. Yeah. Well, there was a couple hanging out here, so
That's good.
a couple more to find. Sweet. Well, I just glassed another one that looks pretty good. We popped over the hill from where I picked up this broken one, and I mean, it was just literally right behind us, and been picking this apart for maybe 10 minutes, but that's 100% brown elk shed over there. Looks nice too, and super easy to get fooled in the glass. It could not, I mean, it could be a dink, but it just looks like a pretty sick, lots of space between the points. So I'll put it on the spotter here. You can see what we're looking at. Made her over. Nice antler. Right here off the side of the trail. Oh yeah. Nice beamy bull. Brownie. Cluster from up on there. Beautiful. Should be rolling. Stuck down in there pretty good. That's got good weight to it, really. I think this is my other half from over on that other point. Looks like it to me. A couple of freshies, baby. Yeah, same birds, that's him.
Yep.
Pretty bulls.
And that other half was up on the other side of that.
Yep. Score, yeah, something like that.
What we got from yesterday. Decent little haul there. Good brown numbers. Let's go get a few more.
Oh yeah, way better. Maybe I'm just getting excited, you know.
I'm getting excited.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dylan glassing up brownies right off my line. Sucker. It's a nice shed. Yeah, buddy. That's what we're here for right there. That's a way better horn.
Take that one.
For sure.
Way lighter.
Yep.
Way lighter than the other ones.
That's a nice brown.
I wonder if it dropped a while ago.
Yeah, did you get chewed on that tip?
A little chewed.
Porcupines, dude.
Porcupine?
We saw a porcupine down the draw. He's no longer with us.
R.I.P.
Sweet.
That's a good horn.
Yep, that's the best one of the trip so far.
It's got the leather beam by about 15 inches.
Right?
Yeah, it's way darker on this side. I wonder. I mean, I guess it's been there for a while.
Yeah, it's been down a while, I'm sure. Good chances other half's close by.
Heck yeah. Well, we split up and I went up to glassing point and dropped down, just kind of skirting the edge of this rim, and was walking along. There's the elk shed found right there. It's like a pretty decent mule deer shed, so we'll go pick it up. Oh, look at that. Other side is right there. Sweet. It's brown. There's the other side. 3 on this side. Heck yeah. We'll take that all day. Do any better, I'm probably going to wish that I had brought my pack, but we're not too far from the pickup. There we go. Found a dead buck right here. Giant, obviously. Really nice. Now it's a shed buck. Oldie there. Oldie locks got chewed by the 3 bears. Bunch of deer hair here. It could be off of this little deadhead that I just found. I think we'll let that rest in peace. Probably those 2 for the next guy. Blast this one from a long ways away. Busted beam. I thought, I was so far away, I thought it might have been like a sword and a 1/5 of a bull. Then I'm like, no, way too small. But last year's little buck shed broke his beam. Cool, I got one more glassed up over here that I gotta go grab. And then we'll see what we find in between. I got a shed that I glassed up down here right when we got out of the truck. Like a decent deer antler, little 3-point maybe. Swinging to grab that and then headed to the truck to get back on the road for home. This has been an awesome trip out here with Dylan and his dad, and super good guys, and a really, really nice, fun place to hike. It's just very mild and beautiful and a lot of animals. Definitely a win in the state of Montana. Super stoked to get this place checked off the list. It's been one of my favorite trips so far. So big thanks to Dylan and his dad for having me out here. See the antler there? Looks pretty normal. So this is an electric fence, hot fence. And if you want to know if this is hot or not, it's pretty easy. If you have a metal zipper on your pants, like on your crotch, you just touch it to that and see if it sparks. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. It's a terrible idea. There's the antler. I'm gonna go grab it. Always look bigger from far away. Nice little brownie. Fresh antler this year. Still got a wax ring on it, but just a pretty little brown deer horn. Nothing wrong with that. Add that to my collection. Left a few behind, but my truck's parked up over this hill. I glassed this one from back behind us. I'm gonna go make my way to the truck. Dylan's making another loop, trying to match up that big elk horn.
So I'm up here, just last ditch effort to find the other side to that match, and was just walking along this rim, kind of looking at things from a different angle, and looked down and there's a deer horn, and I just looked at Onyx and did the 2-finger line distance measure real quick, and me and Ben, when we picked up my brown elk horn, was about 14 yards, just right there where we picked it up, and this guy was laying here the whole time. So it's brown this year too. It's pretty crazy what you can miss or just from looking at things from a different angle. So yeah, looking at the tracks, super close. So maybe we'll find that other side to the elk shed. We'll see.
So this is a cool feature of Onyx, and you can add photos to waypoints. So if you find an elk shed or deer shed or whatever, you can snap a photo of it and tag it along with the waypoint. Then next time you go back, check that waypoint. It has a photo saved of the shed that you found.
Well, folks, there's the final tally. Not bad for really a 2 half days, kinda. Pretty solid in this country. Dylan, what do you think?
That was fun. We should run it back next year.
I'm down. We can make this an annual rip. Appreciate you guys tuning in and watching this video. I'm gonna get on the road for home. It's been fun here in Montana, and I got a pretty good sized drive ahead of me now. So if you guys haven't already, if you haven't heard of Onyx, if you're living under a rock for some reason and don't know that Onyx exists, go check it out. They have an awesome mapping system. It works really good, and it's really tailored to shed hunters too. So give it a look. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching this video. See you guys on the next one.
All right, folks, another late night in the editing lab, and we are done. I need to thank some people who bought apparel. I didn't get a midweek video up this week just because the way schedules lined up. So you're getting a super fresh one. It's Saturday night at 11:35 p.m. and I just finished editing Montana. So I want to thank some people who bought apparel. Here they are. This is everybody who bought apparel in the last week. I want to thank Joshua Lung, Jake Bland, Levi Nelson. Thanks, Levi. He also was cool enough to let us hunt his place in North Dakota. Audrey Antos, Brad Kister, Kyle Polcheco. I don't know, I'm probably butchering that, Kyle, but that's a cool last name. Dylan Homer, Cade Stratton, local boy, thanks Cade. Jeremiah Johnson, talk about a great name there. So thank you everybody for purchasing some apparel, for supporting what I'm doing, for keeping my tank full of fuel so I can keep rolling. Had a great time in Montana. I hope you guys really enjoyed that video. This week, I'm going to be home with the family for a little bit and then headed out to knock out another state. Now that the West is open, the shed seasons are gone, we got a lot to do. And we're not going to stop here, but glad to finally get after some elk. And we'll have some more videos coming soon. Thanks for watching.